because what Shivaram Maharaj has managed to do, I don't think I was stating to devotees even in Budapest and other places that what is going on over here is not found anywhere else in the world as far as Krishna consciousness goes, in terms of supporting so many full-time devotees and having a yatra that's been going consistently for decades. Because other places something was happening with an implosion, fizzle out. And so the main purpose of having a farm community is so that devotees can serve within the mission, can remain devotees, can practice Krishna consciousness, and children are being raised in Krishna consciousness. And this Hungary Yatra has managed to establish many programs so that devotees can participate. In fact, at least in the West, you might be the only ones doing congregational preaching to Westerners. I have not seen that anywhere, at least whatever limited. I'm in the US, that doesn't exist in the US. It doesn't exist in places like Switzerland. I mean, because whoever is the congregation are those full-time devotees who became grahasthas, but you are making people who are not brahmacharis and brahmacharinis who are not joined, but the people working, family people, they become devotees. And they're Westerners. This is all quite amazing, and I don't think that this has been recognized. At least I never heard of it until this point of time. And it's very, personally, it's very comforting, because many devotees, especially those who are brahmacharis, seeing all the bad examples that they have, at least in places like America, they become scared when they want to become grihasthas. Are we going to be taken care of? But here you have very good there's system of devotee care. I'm impressed with the aspect of the missionary status, how long it takes to do that, and then a commitment, and then how it becomes like a marriage bond almost, like, This is all very serious. Lot of serious thought has gone into this yatra. And so there is much to be observed and learned. This is where I am coming from the US. Now, the other two devotees who are coming, one is Sankirtan Prabhu, who is the temple president in Brno, Czech Republic. And the other is Savyasachi Prabhu, who is an Indian devotee, a very senior one, disciple of Jayapatak Maharaj, but Shiksha disciple of Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. And he is supervising the farm community in Gujarat, Nandagram. It's known as Nandagram. And I'm not sure, but I think that project has about 30-40 grihasthas. It's been running for now, I think 12 years or something. I think so. Maybe longer, maybe 12 years, I'm not sure. And then he also oversees a city temple in Bhopal where they have 60 brahmacharis and some preaching. So he's been involved in Varnashram and farm community and things like that. And but because they're running, they have many challenges and they have many things. And so Maharaj has asked them to come here and speak with you to see how you are dealing with some of the challenges. And so the questions that you have is a combination from him and us. Him is actually a collection. There are 3 farm projects in India under Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. Actually 4 farm projects in India. He asked some questions, we collected some questions, and then he put his questions, and then we put ours. And so that's kind of, and then the Czech devotees have also put theirs, and then this is kind of what we have put together as this list of questions.
Okay.
Now, because they are not here, and they will probably only come in by 12 or 12:30, maybe.
Really?
Maybe, or otherwise.
Okay.
Not the other brahmachari who's with us should be here. He had to use the restroom, so he's just taking a bath here, and he should come. But we have our questions that we could ask you, which are related to the questions that we wanted to ask. But then, in general, if there is something that you would like to tell us, because we haven't started anything in the United States, and we are very closely trying to observe what is going on over here and trying to level our expectations and trying to see what we need to do, because you might have heard of Krishna Life. Have you heard of our book distribution?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Who haven't?
So, okay. So we have a lot of devotees joining. The first time in the U.S., so many young devotees, Americans are joining, and there's only 3 Indians, and everybody else is like basically American. And so even Prabhuji, Suresh joined, at our temple, and as is expected, 95% of them are going to get married or are already considering. So we are trying to, in earnest, trying to keep them within the yatra, keep them within, and they also want to stay. They are also very interested to remain as devotees and practice, and preferably if they can, full time, but at least some way, shape or form connected. So that's where we're coming from.
Fantastic.
Thank you for hearing me out.
Please tell me your names, because I'm
Okay, Vishnu Chittadas.
Vishnu Chitta.
Chittadas. I serve as the temple president of Krishna Life.
Okay.
This is Suresh Prabhu. The other devotee is Avaduta Chandra Prabhu. Maybe you want to keep it somewhere there and zoom in or something.
I think it'd be okay.
Good. Turn so that's the background. That's the background.
No, I was just trying to get both of you.
Oh.
Cool.
Well, we can put that table there, and then from there you can record.
Actually, no, I don't want you to do too much. Here, I'll just put it here. No problem. Since you'll do most of the talking.
Nah, but it's always good to have. It doesn't.
It's only for our reference.
Okay.
So it's not we're not trying to do some cinematic because it's not meant for publishing. So.
Good.
We could either go directly to the questions, or if you want to say something,
Just maybe a couple of things. Yeah, you started by saying that Hungary and Krishna Valley are supporting so many devotees that is not so much seen anywhere.
Yeah.
And well, it is. There are so many places where a lot of devotees are maintained, but not grihasthas.
Right.
That's the main thing.
Right, grihasthas, yeah.
And we were working on that, this whole missionary thing. We invested so much time into make it happen. It was the whole National Council of Hungary working on that for 10 years. And we made a plan, we scrapped it, then we made another one. It was not good, this, that, whatever. We just built things up and then just tore them apart because they were not working, not even on paper. And then eventually we came up with this present system. And I wouldn't say it's the best system. It's a system that we found working from a responsibility point of view. Because what we've seen over the years, and we are talking about 20 years ago. So at that time when we saw how ISKCON as an institution takes responsibility for those devotees who have served decades,
Yeah.
but then are not able to serve anymore, or Vaishnavis who become mothers, and when the child grows up, then they cannot do full time service.
Yeah.
Although raising a child, I believe, at least in the beginning, it's full-time service. So because of those things, and the Hungarian leaders were thinking about that this is not fair.
Mm.
This is not fair towards the devotees who are giving their youth, who are doing services for ISKCON, and then once they cannot do as much service anymore as they were doing, then they are being, sorry for the expression, chewed and then spit out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
So that's why we developed this present system here in Hungary, and it's important to notice that the system is working, but it's not that everyone can be a missionary,
Yeah.
as a grihasta,
Mm.
because responsibility also means financial responsibility and responsibility for decisions
Mm.
and so many things. You know the system, the missionary system.
We know.
You spoke about that,
Yes.
so we don't need to get into that in detail. But that is a legal contract in between ISKCON Hungary and the individual.
It's actually a legal contract.
It's actually a legal contract.
Wow. I thought it was just
Yeah.
it's kind of a devotional agreement
No,
in
no.
front of the deities or something like this.
No, it's a legal agreement.
Oh wow, that's really serious.
ISKCON Hungary is bound to take care of the devotees who take a missionary vow. Because at the time of taking the missionary vow, they sign the contracts, and ISKCON
Signs the
leader
contract, yeah.
signs those contracts. So it's like ISKCON as an institution takes care of the individuals or missionaries' housing, clothing, food, prasadam, education for their children, health insurance, pension.
Pension. Oh.
We have to have those things,
Yeah.
otherwise, it's like, what will you do? Like my mom,
Yeah, yeah.
she was a pujari here in Krishna Valley for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
She is 67, 68 now, and she was a pujari for 20 years here. And she moved here to Krishna Valley before I did. I was the vice president of a temple to the south of Hungary, and she moved here. I stayed there. We continued our things, and when we wanted to get married with my wife, future wife, then we moved here to Krishna Valley. So she's here. She's a missionary, and she cannot do full-time service for the last 4 years, maybe.
Uh-huh.
She can do some
Right.
pujari service, but she was a chartered accountant before.
Huh.
She was in charge of 360 post offices. She was one of the 3 internal auditors of that area of Hungarian post offices. So now she can go to the office here, and she's doing service there.
She's helping with the accounts here. at
Yeah,
Krishna Valley.
she's helping with whatever is necessary
Okay.
in the office,
Nice.
and she's doing service for like 4 hours a day.
Yeah.